Hey everybody, welcome to this live stream. Renzo here. This is gonna be my first portrait of the year. Okay, here I'm gonna show you the brushes I'm gonna use. I got some bristle brushes. These are pretty cheap. These are the ones that I start with, these ones. And then for blending, I use soft synthetic, brushes like the ones here. All of these ones are flat, these are round, but you see the stage of the brushes. I use them for blending, basically just for blending. And I got some liner brushes. Okay, these are number 0, 00. Okay, I got some charcoal on my hand. Sorry. Okay, look at that. This is number 0, 0, 00. Okay. Okay, I usually start sketching with a bristle brush. Now, it's not like I use all the time the same brushes. Sometimes I just pick up different brushes. Like I got some of the ones that maybe you go back 6 months ago, you want to see me using this ones for the beginning. Okay, these are pretty cheap, pretty good. And now I'm using these ones, obviously. Here I got the colors: titanium white, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, raw umber, phthalo blue, emerald green, and ivory black. Okay, I'm gonna start just with raw umber, and I'm gonna start just sketching, checking the size of the head. Know that I work with the photograph to my left. Let's see the size of the head, eyes, nose, mouth. I think I'm gonna paint it a bit bigger. Oh, that's okay. I see. Yeah, I think I would love to see a little bit of the neck. Okay. When I'm about to draw this portion of the face, obviously I see the contour of the face here, but at the same time I see the background. That's what we call a negative space. As I'm drawing this, I'm checking this shape. Okay. When it's about the face, I'm measuring all the time. Okay, remember, because I keep repeating this on every video, I keep doing this all the time. From the eyebrows to the nose, from the nose to the chin. Okay, I split this in 3 portions. If you repeat this, you're gonna end up with a really well proportioned face. Now, about the likeness, that's a different story, because it's not just about this. The likeness is about copying the proportions on the model's face, that it could be a bit different from this beginning, but usually we get into a place that we are pretty close to move on to get the likeness, just by moving a bit, the nose, the eyes, okay, and the mouth. Okay, let's say hello to Vicky, hello Monique, Gary, Ludmila, Sharon, Ashton. Happy New Year to everybody. Mark Air, Fanchon, Cindy, Marius, Ben, Sharon, Nikki. Okay, Marina, Joy Lins, Bob, Marius, Berry Kid. Sorry if I'm missing somebody. Blossom Bear on Facebook. Okay, let's see. Not live on Facebook, on YouTube. Okay. Now I can start just by trying to get an accurate drawing. Let's say on proportions. Accurate about likeness. This is not the time. Like the beginning is not about that. It's more about working the overall shape and proportions. But let's say that I could start just with drawing, a linear drawing, or I could start with values. I think for this painting, I'm gonna start more with values. Okay, I'm gonna mix this raw umber with a bit of white. Okay, that's too much white. And let's paint the shadow side of the face. At the end, every painting is a combination between a linear approach and a sculptural approach. This is more the sculptural approach, where I'm not basing the beginning on lines. It's more about shapes, and the shapes I have because of just, let's say, splitting apart the face in values. For something pretty simple, I can just start with just two values like what I have here. This is a midtone, this is a shadow. We see a lot of values in the face, but if we just simplify it to the minimum, that's going to be better for copying. Okay, now I'm going to do the same with the light, just one value for the light. Okay. I got a question here. Hello, Ben. Hello, KK183. Hello, Shorana. Said you drawing on paper or on canvas? On canvas. I paint on canvas all the time. Yeah. I mean, it could be a canvas that is like stick to a board, or it's a canvas like this one that is just stretched on stretcher bars. It's just like sometimes I go and buy like 20 canvases, the ones that they came on, or stick on boards, and I use them. And sometimes I just go and buy the canvas and stretch it myself. And sometimes I go and buy the raw, fabric, and prepare my own canvases from zero. I think the face I usually paint the face kind of bigger. I got the feeling that I got the face too small. Okay. Let's see. The eyes. Okay, one eye is going to be here, and the other one is going to be here. Okay, remember it's not just about measuring. Remember that I use the side size method. What I mean is I got the photograph next to my left, okay, pretty close to the painting, to my canvas. That allows me to just be really close about placing the eyes, because if I do this, I can check out the horizontal alignment with the photograph. The same for the nose, the same for the mouth. I try to do that visually, but if I have any doubt at some moment, I'm just gonna do this, and I can be pretty accurate about the placement. Eyes, nose, and mouth. Hello, Fidi Bosch. Okay, feel free to ask me any question. I think you all know me by now. If I don't know the answer, I'm just going to ignore you. You know that I'm kidding. Okay. Let's see, a little bit of the hair. I found this photograph and I thought, wow, that's pretty good. That's just an actress from a series. I haven't seen yet, but I'm planning to watch. But I couldn't find a complete photograph. It's just cut. I gotta just put some hair here. No, I'm gonna use this. This one, it was one of years ago, one of my favorites. greens. Mixing a little bit of black. Yeah, a touch of orange. I don't want this kind of bluish. Oh, I don't like this color either. Anyway, that's just the base. What about the size of the face? I think that's okay. As you see, I don't use too much paint at the beginning, and slowly I add more and more paint. It's easier to move, you know, less paint, kind of pushing and pulling. Like here, for example, I can move this a little bit up, or even a little bit down again. Okay. If I got a lot of paint, that's going to be more difficult, but at some point I'm going to start adding more and more paint. Okay, I got I'm squinting, got light and shadows, pretty simple, yeah? Yeah, now is the time to add more paint. Okay, let me pick up another brush. And I squint and I see the darker spots on this area. If we all squint down our eyes, we're gonna see darker areas. For example, here, that's something pretty clear. I added a little bit of cayenne red. Got this kind of reddish. I'm gonna add a touch of green. I don't want this to be the reddish. I want it more neutral, more just brown. Okay, we can see. Oh, we always see this, you know, this darker spot. If we squint down our eyes, and then here. Okay, and then the mouth. Still doesn't have a lot of paint. It means that I can go back to the mouth and make it redder. And the shadow here. That's pretty easy to see. Okay. And now obviously all the hair. Okay, for the hair I love this color, raw umber. It's not the same as this one. It's because it's a different brand. It's from Winton. The one I have here is Rembrandt. It's more transparent, and I love this. I love this one obviously for the face, and this one for when I want to paint something really dark. But I don't want to use black, and then I use this raw umber. As you can see, is not as transparent as the Rembrandt. It's darker. It covers more, and I want that now. Okay. Now I move to the light. Okay, I put my brush here. At the end of each session, I ended up using like 10 brushes, sometimes even more. Hello, think more. It's a bit like you're drawing with 6B, but with color. Yeah, you know, painting and drawing basically is the same. You know, painting is drawing with color. So many people used to say that. Okay, hello, Michael Blims. Hello, GT Dorji, saying, is that canvas homemade or purchased? Yeah, I purchased this canvas. But I always add an extra layer of gesso, always. Hello, Ursula from Poland. Welcome. Hello, Steve Harris. Thank you. Okay, I got a question here. Can we paint another version of her on Sunday? Oh, Monique. Yeah, of course. She has a beautiful face. Yeah. And all the images that I saw from this on Pinterest, she's kind of crying. I haven't seen the series yet. You know, I'm gonna watch the series, but it's always kind of this like this photograph. You know, she's about to cry. Okay, now I got one value. I got another value with some darker accents. I'm gonna add some lights. Okay, on the forehead. I keep squinting down to see the lights, okay? Cheekbone, usually see one light here. Nasal bone, light here. Okay, the nose. Now, when we paint a portrait, we see a lot of colors. We can just add more and more colors. But for the beginning, I would recommend not to try to add all the colors that you see on the photograph or you want to see on the painting. Okay, just try to keep it simple. As you can see, I got just one color, basically one value, and moving all over the face. At some point, we need to make a difference between those values, because remember, you pick up a value scale. Usually, each area is a different value of this value scale. But imagine that you're working with a huge value scale. Okay, let me wash my hands. You know, I got some charcoal on my hand. It's because we yesterday we had a drawing session, and I remember something that I was just making some charcoal pastel powder here on top of my table. It looks like I got some charcoal on top of my brushes, some pastel on top of my brushes. Okay, I'm gonna move the neck a little bit up. Now, I'm gonna keep this brush for this color here. I'm gonna put it on my table. I have this brush for the other one. Okay. Put it here. I got this one for this color. I got this one for the background. I don't have it here. I don't have the mixture here. Okay. Put just one next to each other. Some space between them, you know. I don't want them to touch each other. Okay, now I'm gonna just work on this area again, and now I can mix more paint. Usually when we paint a face, I use a lot of raw umber. When we want this kind of neutral, you know, greenish, kind of greenish color, between a greenish color and a knockdown orangey color for the skin color. Okay, hello Michael. Hello Papo. Beriki saying, why my oil color dry faster than acrylic? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you got a problem there. I don't know why. You may be using some kind of medium that dry really fast, but I mean, there's no way that an oil paint dries faster than acrylic. I mean, acrylic it dries in 5. It depends how much paint you add, but usually 5, from 5, let's say, to 10 minutes. Yeah, but an oil paint doesn't dry that fast. I cannot think of any situation that could happen. Not even when I have used oil paints that has been just like on my little box like I have here like for years. I mean that usually doesn't happen. And I got a tube here. I found a tube. This one, you know, this is Winton. You know, this emerald green. This one I got this tube for like I don't know. It's been in a box for maybe 5-6 years. And I just saw it like a couple of weeks ago. Like, wow, I remember this color. You know, I used to use it for the greenish skin colors a lot. Now for the greenish skin colors, I use raw umber. If I add to the raw umber a touch of cadmium orange, I get even more green. In this, when we try to balance, this greenish color with orange color, we got sometimes something pretty nice. Sometimes, it depends. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to knock it down the color that I see here a little bit. Okay, and add a little bit of red. You'll know the reddish areas on the face, the nose, cheeks, chin, and eyelids. And obviously the mouth. I was thinking when I said this is the first painting of this year, the first portrait of this year, I was thinking that I need to go back on my videos and see my first portrait of 2023 and see how much I have improved. I've been practicing, I assume that I've been improved a bit. Hello, Christos, Revitis. Hello, Vilma. Yeah, the series is called Outlander. Yeah. I don't know if you or somebody have seen. I think it's pretty famous. Okay, red here, red here, red here. Lids, the cheek here, a little bit of white. Okay. I keep squinting, okay, because this kind of everything is kind of blurry. I mean, for me, it doesn't have any advantage to open up my eyes to try to see every detail on the photograph when I don't have any detail here. For me, it's better to copy. It's just like imagine that I pick up the photograph and make it blurry, and I just take out every detail, make it blurry, and I copy from there. And that's exactly what I'm doing when I keep squinting down my eyes. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just pick up more umber, orange, and white, and start working on midtones and the shadow side of the face here. Okay. Let's see, more raw umber, a touch of red. Here I see darker value here, here, here. Okay. Let's see, squinting and kind of have lost the accents that I got at the beginning. Dark here, and I got this darker here. Yeah, I gotta just prepare a darker color. More raw umber, a touch of Caitríona rose. Let's see. No, I gotta make it a little bit of Taylor blue and raw umber. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's better. I'm thinking about values, when I compare, I think that's closer, that's better, okay? Now for the nose, the same. I need to make it darker. I'm mixing more raw umber, a touch of blue, phthalo blue, and a touch of Caitríona rose. And I work on the nose. Darker here, and now the shadow, which is pretty dark, and obviously I got more shadow on the nose. But you see now I got more painting, slowly adding more and more paint. but it depends on uh, how much each person is able to control when it's about painting. Because if somebody's just practicing now, and let's say that it's a beginner, I would say just work with not too much paint until you got more control on the values, on between the separation between light and shadows. Okay. Okay, I go back to this brush where I got this darker color. I'm gonna paint this darker again. Okay. Now I go back to this one, a touch of white, and let's paint this. No, I need more raw umber and orange, touch of green. Okay, let's see. I think the color and the value is good. Yeah, I'm gonna blend a little bit. No, I need more paint on the light of the face. Okay, yeah, I need more paint there, and I'm gonna just add a little white, cadmium orange, raw umber, touch of quinacridone rose. I'm trying, lately to trying to balance the contrast that I love between some area with more paint, thicker paint, and a little bit of texture, the texture of the brushes, the bristle brushes, with some softness in different areas on the face, or softness on the transition from light to shadow, the mid-tones. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Lily. Hello, Bob. Or who would you love to paint live? Live. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of pretty difficult. I've been painting a lot of portraits, and paint live is the first thing that I think is not about, hey, I want to paint a beautiful face. I think I want to paint an easy face. Yeah, because a beautiful face maybe is not gonna be okay. I have experience painting from life when I was a student and when I was a teacher. When I was a teacher on the School of Art, I've been, every time that we need to do demos, going to schools or going to different places to go to demos, everybody picked me up to make a demo, a portrait, and I was usually picking up people from the public, people that were just there watching us, the teachers painting. And one of my friends, he used to paint as landscape, the other one another portion, and then it was like my turn. Hey, pick up somebody from the public and let's paint it. And I was just looking always for somebody like. Okay, here's an example. I was just, in a classroom, and everybody says, "Hey, paint this girl," and she was beautiful. She has nice, features, but it was like I said to myself, "Okay, this is gonna be difficult to paint. This face is gonna be difficult to paint." And I said, "Okay, let me pick up, a face to paint." And I remember I saw a guy with really thick eyebrows, but thick to the point that this just like was impossible not to see his eyebrows. And I thought, okay, this is the one I'm gonna paint. And I thought, that for that characteristic on his face, at least I got an advantage. If I got that, and the people were started to make jokes because the face it was like this, but it got the eyebrows really thick, and everybody was saying, "Hey, that's him, that's enough. Don't paint more." And you got the idea. I was trying to pick up a face that's gonna be easy to recognize, not a face that because of the softness of the features that would be difficult to capture. Okay, and another thing, obviously I got just 1 hour to do the demo, and you know, an hour is just like, it's crazy. An hour is not that much time. I spend here like usually 2 hours, from 2 hours to 3 hours. Now imagine painting a face in a live session for an hour. Definitely I didn't finish up. And every time that I was doing a demo, I was picking up faces with something that could use, you know, to kind of like, always it was kind of easy from a distance even to say, hey, that's the person. You know, if this was a live session, let's say, and I got in front of me the real actress, I could say, oh my God, this is gonna be a challenge that I don't want. It's, it could be a live person moving, speaking. No, okay. Here it's different. You know, I got the photograph. It doesn't move. That's an advantage. But when it's a live session, you know, and every time I remember I painted from a live session, all the people that was painting from a live session, we all tried to get the face in the first 15 minutes. It was something that you do just running, because as soon as the models take a rest, you know, the 10 minutes rest, the next position is going to be a little bit different from where it was, from where she was or he was. I'm adding more paint. Okay, I'm gonna add even more paint, more white, a touch of cadmium orange. Okay, and I'm gonna just add even more paint on the highlights. For this, I gotta think about where I see more highlights. I'm not thinking about temperature right now. The light is not really warm. I don't see a really warm light on the face. Okay, I'm just thinking about values. Obviously, every time that we paint, each color that we prepare, all the colors has temperature. It could be cool. It just the thing is that sometimes the color moves towards being a really warmer color or cooler color. You know, but usually it's kind of the color stays in an area that we can call it neutral. On a face, that would be kind of difficult to say that this color is cooler or neutral, because a face usually is a warmer color. You know, everything here is kind of orangey. But even that on this, let's say, warmer environment that is the face, we can just add some cool colors to create more contrast. Okay, let's see, I need to step back and check out. It looks like everything is in place. Okay, let's say hello to some new people. Hello Gina, hello Mo, hello Nikki, hello Dita, hello Tina Heger. Sorry if I mispronounce some names. Okay, let's continue. I'm keeping my eyes squinted down, you know, because I still, as you can see, you know, everything is kind of blurry. I was watching just some paintings today, and I saw a painting like this, and that was pretty nice. I mean, speaking about the softness and no details, nothing at all. I don't remember the artist's name, but that was pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna work on the shadow. I need some midtones, lighter midtones, like here, for example, to make it a little bit lighter. Even a bit lighter. Okay, now about copying the color from the photograph. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get closer, but as you see, it's not like I'm trying to match every color that I see on the photograph. Basically, I got already these colors on my head, the ones that I use. And I try and kind of, let's say that I got this recipe or formula, for saying some way. And kind of I overlap, let's say, this on top of what I see on the picture, and I got something in between. When I want to copy, sometimes I wanna change what I see on the photograph. And if you go back on my videos, maybe from a year ago, I got some paintings where I have even changed. I added some reflected light. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I got this more white. Okay. Now let's blend a little bit. Next step, I'm gonna start thinking about some details, but not to paint all of them. It's just, for example, let's think about this eye, and I'm gonna use raw umber and Caitríona rose. This Caitríona rose is 99% closer to a alizarin crimson. Okay, and let's say I'm gonna draw this eye. I need a little bit of black to make it darker, and I'm just gonna try to get a portion of the eye. Let's say just here, and the rest is gonna be blurry, and then the pupil, and then I move to the eye, and I try to do the same. Just a little bit, okay? And then the nose, and then the mouth, and I move on over the face like that. First, I'm gonna blend. Okay. For brushes, pretty close to these ones that I use, there is a link to Amazon. Okay, those brushes are not exactly the same, but the brushes I got on Amazon, the link that I got on the description box, they're pretty close to this one, and I have used those brushes, and those are pretty close to these ones. What happens that I don't know. I mean, here it looks like from time to time stores kind of get new brushes, and there are so many new brands that sometimes it's kind of impossible to find the same. It's like I'm afraid maybe next time that I go to buy brushes, I'm not gonna find the same brand. I'm gonna find maybe some that are gonna be perfectly exactly maybe the same, but the brand is gonna be different. Yeah. Okay, blending a little bit. I blend and I clean the brush. I blend and I clean the brush. I got a paper towel here. I do this every time. Here's kind of blending, but at the same time kind of dabbing, because I have a lot of paint here. It's not like a lot of paint, but I mean, usually more paint than the one that we need to represent the light in the midtones here. I got more paint because I want this texture on the portrait. Okay, I got this. I'm gonna work on some edges right now, and the first edge that's gonna be here. Let's see how can I get that edge. How sharp, if I'm gonna make it sharper. Definitely if I make this sharp, the neck is gonna be blurry. Okay. Okay. Hello, Nick Art. Yeah, that's pretty good, Nick Art. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Donna. Thank you. Hello, Tarek. I have here this button to translate. Okay. Merci. I would say merci beaucoup. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Squinting down my eyes, and you know what kind of I like it this way. If one day I could be so bold to say, I'm done. I don't want to do more. But I'm just kind of between what I see on the photograph, between details that I want to capture, and at the end, what I want to see as the result on the paint. Okay, and that's why someday, maybe that's gonna be like a way to have on my own style. Okay, let's work on the background. Let's use this one here with a little bit of green, this raw umber with emerald green. And if somebody wants to get this color, this is so old. That's the time when Winton number the tubes. That was pretty nice, I don't know why they don't do that again. It's so easy. Okay, I got a sharp edge here, and I'm gonna make it softer here. Okay. Now I move down here, a little bit of hair. I'm gonna clean the brush. I'm gonna use the color of the background, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna add a sharp edge. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's see if that works. Sharp edge here, and then here definitely I have to soften that. And that the same like you see when when we see a photograph and the figure is sharp and the background is blur. Okay. Okay. And I'm trying just to do the same. I mean, it's not like photography get that from. I think photography get that from painting. Okay. Let's see. I like this sharp edge. This one is not working as a sharp edge like this one because obviously it's not just about the sharp edge, it's about contrast. This is dark, this is light. Yeah, to get more contrast here, more than this sharp edge, I'm gonna need to darken up the background. But maybe I don't want to darken up the background that much. I'm gonna use a little bit of black here. Just pure black, okay. Another thing that I could suggest if you find a spot on the painting that you know that is dark, but to the point that it's basically black, you can just pick up a little bit of black, pure black, really thick, and just lay it down there. Maybe you don't like black, okay? Now mix raw umber and blue. The thing is that you need a really darker value. And the same way that we have a lighter value, we need the darker one. We move on the value scale from the lighter to the darker value. If we miss some value, especially darker ones, yeah, I mean, it's like working with trying to solve a puzzle and we have some missing pieces, and we need all of them. And the more important pieces on this puzzle that is painting a face are the darker colors, the darker values. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little bit more to the left. But I have seen that so many times, you know, when we try to get volume and we don't paint the shadows and we don't see volume, we don't get the volume on the face, depth, three-dimensionality. That's because we don't paint the shadows. Or we paint the shadows and those are just too light. You think I need to narrow the face a bit? Maybe. Let me see. I'm gonna show you just the amount of paint I have here. It's not a lot, but it's enough to show some texture. You see? Now you see the face. Yeah, it's pretty blurry. But if you squint down your eyes, I think you're gonna see some similarities. Yeah, even in color, you know. Okay. One thing that I don't see is the width of the face. I think my portrait is the face is wider in my portrait. I'm gonna just narrow the face. It could be just because of the shadow. It could be just my drawing. If the shadow is too light, the face is gonna look wider. If the shadow is darker, without moving the drawing, let's say without moving the line, the mandible line, the face is gonna look narrower because of this value. A darker value is gonna narrow. It's like when I have heard that people say like, hey, you use a darker dress, you're gonna look skinnier. Yeah. Have you heard that? And yeah, something like that. Yeah. I don't know, but something like that. But speaking exclusively about painting, definitely a darker shadow is going to make an area look a bit narrower. And now, if sometimes we miss the value, we make it lighter, and we see the face is wider. And instead of correcting the value, that means making that darker, we move the face, we make the face narrower. And that's, yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Gina DeWitt. Gina became a member of my channel. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Oh, okay, thank you so much, Nikki. And Nikki just liked it, yesterday class, drawing class. You know that you can just go to my Patreon and join for free for a week. Okay, for a week. It's a trial, you know, free. Trial free. Let me look here. What's the name? How do you put this? It says here. Let me just check out. Just give me a second, please. It says here, start your free trial for free for 7 days. I said free so many times. Sorry. Oh, I got something more. I got a coffee donation from Cindy Johnston. Thank you so much, Cindy. Got a huge cup of coffee. That's my first coffee of the year. You know, you'll find the link to my coffee on the description box. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I was saying, you know, about Patreon. You get there and you got access to like maybe more than 300 recorded Pinalon lessons for free for a week. Hope you enjoyed them, and you know, and you like them so much to stay as a patron. As a paying patron. No, that's, I mean, and just sharing something for the new year. And thank you all for being here, you know. Support with money is always, well, obviously we love money, but I mean, even being here without giving anything is you know, it's good enough. And it's even better if you like the video, you press the like button. Your presence here, staying here watching me painting, is really much appreciated. And softening, softening. Okay, I don't have any sharp edge, as you can see. Everything on the face is soft. Okay. In Patreon, you're gonna for the people that maybe is going to join the free trial week, you're gonna get access to portraits, drawings, and still lifes. The things that we paint on Saturdays that we draw. Okay, and yeah, there are a couple of things that maybe one thing that you won't get access is the human figure. The access is just for the higher tier, and sorry to say that that's not free, but I got a lot for free for a week. I'm gonna keep that maybe all January. I don't know, or maybe more. I don't even know. I just saw the option on Patreon, and I saw another artist, giving free access, and I thought, oh, that's pretty nice. And I thought, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I want people to love me. I need love. Okay. Looks like one eye is a little bit up than the other. Yeah, it could be. Okay. Okay, let's see. I need to step back a bit. Yeah, look at that one. I look a little bit up than the other. Okay, I'm gonna fix that in a second. Okay. Oh, I got another coffee from Nikolai Roberts. Thank you so much, Nikolai. Oh, I got a couple of coffees. I think I got all the caffeine that I need for this month. Oh, Gina is saying, hey, Lorenzo, I thought I saw your son paint. What's his name? Yeah, hello, Omar. Yeah, my son, he has a channel where he paints, but not, I mean, digital paintings, digital paintings. But he doesn't use his name. He uses a nickname, and here's his nickname. And I'm gonna look for his channel to leave the link here. And now he was thinking just now these days, because he's about to turn 18, and he's like feeling the pressure, about being an adult, study something, and yeah, he's just there like every day saying like, what am I gonna do? But it's not like he's saying that because he's so responsible to say that. It's the family that putting pressure on him. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna study? And he loves to draw, but I don't know if maybe he chooses to be an artist. Who knows? Okay, I got this bluish color, kind of grayish bluish, and I'm gonna try to align the eyes to this horizontal axis. Just 1 second. Okay. Just thinking here. Okay. I got here raw umber, Caitríona rose, and a touch of black. I'm gonna work on the eyes again. I'm gonna move this eye a little bit up. More black. I'm gonna mix black here and Caitríona rose. Yeah. Now the other eye. I'm trying to move this eye up and this eye a little bit down. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of cameo red here. Okay, that's better. To work on the upper eyelid. Okay. I'm softening here. I don't want a really sharp line. I need to soften this. Okay. Now I'm gonna add highlights on the eyes. I just wanna see how it looks, okay? A highlight is gonna be highlight that she's crying is here, and the highlight on the iris is here. Let's see. I'm gonna slowly move into the terrace, and let me see the light mint. Yeah. To place this highlight, you know, I'm pinpoint my eyes really fast between photograph and painting, really fast, to the point that I ended up with a headache. But that's the only way that I have to calculate, you know, by doing that. Okay, a little bit here. Yeah, okay. For the eyebrow, I prefer to use more raw umber because I don't want a reddish eyebrow. You know, I want something more kind of greenish. Okay. Let me see the eyes. I need to step back. Yeah, I think I got a bit of the eyes, okay? Now the nose. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I move slowly, you know. I move slowly with the likeness. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Oh, Enrique. Monique is saying a lot of pressure on the youth. Yeah. Hello, Sylvia. Nikki saying I love coffee too. Hello, Rafa. Hello, Mom Horsworth. Okay. Hello, Marvin. Hello, Torichi Torres. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I'm gonna make the background a bit darker. Okay. Mm, okay, I'm gonna continue working on the nose. Now I see the nose that looks pretty dark here. I'm not gonna make it that dark. Okay. I'm gonna make it more reddish, like brown but reddish. Okay, now here we see so clear that we have a sharp edge here. And the shadow it looks almost black. That's something that I wouldn't copy from the photograph. I'm pretty sure if I see here in real life and I get closer to this spot, I wouldn't see a really black shadow there. I could see a color that pretty sure could look kind of transparent. Yeah. Okay, sharp edge here. Sharp edges around the nose works pretty good to make the nose pop. I'm softening here, but I keep the sharp edge here. Okay. See a mid-tone here. That's going to separate the nose from the cheek. Okay, I need to add more color to the nose. I'm thinking about a reddish color. More. This cadmium red is pretty nice to make the nose warm. Okay, I can keep it this like as an accent. You see, that's pretty reddish. But let's see. Sometimes we have some beautiful color, and obviously by accident, because it's pretty difficult to calculate how the color that we're mixing on the palette is going to look on the painting. Obviously, we have an idea, but to say that's a perfect match of the color that I want to put here, I mean, there's no way to get that. But just by doing that, we got sometimes some area maybe more reddish or greenish, and so many times that works pretty good. You know, but I gotta say that so many times at the same time doesn't work. Okay, we see the mouth, you know, it looks pretty soft. Here's when we want to see more, and what we do sometimes it could work, okay, but what we do sometimes is just make this like this, sharp, like that. Okay, I'm not saying that's gonna work, but definitely we need to control that in terms that it's not, you cannot have a sharp edge from point, let's say A to point B. Now, but what we see on the photograph here, I see that this is pretty soft. Okay. Now, sometimes we see that it's pretty clear on the photograph, but when we see our painting, it's just like pretty sharp. Why? Because when that happens, you know what's happening? What's happening that we see something, but basically we're trying to paint what we think it is, you know, what we think that should be, what we think that is the definition or the sharp edge on the mouth. That's why the same reason we paint, let's say, the white of the eye, white, pure white. Why? Because we know that's white and we think that's the way to paint it. We want to see that white, but when we pay attention or when we paint more and more, we realize that's not white. Okay. No, a lot of things that the way that we got, you know, the features on the painting are because it's halfway is what we see and half is what we see and half what we know. And the thing is, the knowledge is let's say, is not enough to understand the form. And just for that reason, we painted, you know, the white of the eye white, because we have that knowledge. We know that. Okay. With practice, we replace that knowledge with a new information. The new information tells us that that's not white. It's white, but it doesn't look white on the painting because usually it's in shadow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, let's step back and check out. Okay, I like it. I'm getting closer, slowly closer. Slowly. Okay. Hello, Jonas. Hello, Bob. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Going back to the painting. Thank you. Citizen, your advice are always precious. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. You know, I post to check out comments and to rest my eyes from the painting. At least a couple of minutes. It's not enough, but it's something. Another way to rest our eyes. I mean, what I do is when I paint the hair, you know, I try not to see the face. Or when I paint here, yeah. I can move the oil paint at the same time following the muscles. Okay, it's like here, for example, I can just do this and kind of following the movement or the form of the face. That could help to add some volume. It depends if somebody wants to do that. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes. Again, I see that this has to be darker. I'm gonna use more raw umber. Dark here. I apply this pretty light on the air. Obviously, because the painting is wet here, and I don't want to just lay down this darker color in a way to, at the end, I see it just pretty dark. I just lay down the paint slowly, and it's getting darker as I continue pressuring. Imagine that you're working with pencils, colored pencils. You press harder, you get a more vivid color. You press lighter. You know, that happens when we control. It's kind of, obviously, let's say there's something similar with the brushes when we apply the paint. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes again, looking for darks. Okay, I see one thing. I should make it darker here. Darker here. Yeah. Darker here. Okay. Definitely darker here. Okay, what else? Darker here. Okay, I'll apply the paint. I'm gonna blend it in a minute, but I need first to see the values. Even that's just some brush strokes. Unable to compare because remember I keep squinting a lot. Okay, another thing that about the width of the face. I'm gonna narrow the face a bit. I've been just thinking about the value or just narrow the drawing. Okay. No. Little bit of Caitríona rose with at least with raw umber, sorry. And the paint the mouth a bit darker here. And I need to soften the edge a lot. Sharp, sharp here. Okay, tiny touch for the corner. I'm gonna keep this kind of soft and blurry jet. Let's see if I add some definition or not to the corner of the mouth. A little bit of pure white for the highlight. Okay. see. Okay, I'm gonna go back to use this. Which one was the brush for? This one. Okay, I'm gonna add some more highlights. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, Aukak, Mapius. Thank you so much for the coffee. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hello, Gary. Finally, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I keep squinting, and I'm going to kind of move the shadow on the nose. You know, I got the feeling that this shadow here is just kind of moving too much, or is too much to the left. I'm gonna blend. I'm gonna start blending from the light to the shadow, and that way, kind of push, the shadow a bit. About the lips, I think the lips are thicker, or maybe I should move them here, the center, the line between the lips a little bit down. Yeah, in that way I think I got the upper lip a little bit thicker. Okay. Another thing that I'm thinking is, okay, where's the brush? Sorry, 1 second. Okay, here. Yeah. Make the face kind of narrow just here. Oops, was too much. Now pick up some pure black, a little bit of Caitríona rose. Now that I lay down this darker value, I can see that I need darker values on the face. More. Okay. Here. More red. Here. Here. Okay. Okay, as you can see, if I get closer, I'm gonna zoom in. You'll see the details on the face. Okay, I'm moving it slowly, from, if you see this eye, we don't see that much. Okay, what I mean is sometimes we don't see a lot of detail, we don't need a lot of details, okay, to represent the face. I'm not saying that I'm done. I'm saying that even with the eye, that the iris that is not rounded, nothing like that, for my eyes, I mean, speaking about for my eyes, from a distance, I like it, okay? Obviously, if I get closer, I see that I need more, okay? Especially this eye, look at that. I want to make it a bit more rounded, obviously, in the other eye too. Okay, how much detail I'm gonna add, and right now I cannot tell anyone exactly how much details I'm gonna put on the painting because I don't know exactly. We can just move to paint this for 3 hours, or just for a 2 hours sketch, and it's kind of, you gotta think different when you're planning to spend 3 hours on a painting, or planning to spend just an hour. Yeah. For a painting or for a demo that you're planning to do in an hour, something like this could be enough. I've been painting an hour. Let's see how much time I've been painting. An hour and 20 minutes, which I think is pretty good. To get away from with a portrait that obviously is a face. About likeness, likeness is gonna be something that we just get at the end. We move slowly with likeness. Sometimes because of the likeness that we want to capture, we end up adding more and more details, and the portrait with more and more details kind of start looking stiff. But let's see. Let's see how we control that. And that happens to everybody. Okay, I'm gonna use raw umber, just pure raw umber. I'm gonna put it here on the shadow. I'm gonna make this darker. Okay, now this thing about adding a darker value helps a lot. By adding this darker value, I'm able to judge the other ones. And I noticed immediately that I needed, to darken up this one. As I said before, it's up to anyone. I mean, if you use pure black, raw umber, okay, or mix it your own black, any color, but you need a darker value, okay? Okay, I'm gonna put more work on the eyes. Darker here. And the same that happens when the painting is wet, the same that happens with lights, that pretty sure some experience adding some lighter color, and after painting on 20 minutes, you check out, it's just like the lighter value is gone, it's got, and you need to add again the lighter value. And that happens the same with darker ones. We think that we lay down a really dark value, and that's it. And after painting more and more, we go back to that area, and we see that that darker value doesn't look that dark anymore. It's the oil paint, kind of move always. It's kind of a living thing. Okay, I'm gonna soften this. I see more detail now, but I don't want like all the detail here on the eyes. I want softness. Okay, now another brush to paint the color of the eye. Here the same, a bit darker. Now I clean the brush. I go lightly on top, lightly. Okay, pure white. Okay, now I'm gonna move to add some color, more color, and the lights, a little bit of maybe more pink on the cheeks. Okay, let's see, slowly. For example, here, a little bit of light to represent the position of the tear duct. But I don't know if I'm gonna add more details here, maybe just by insinuating that. I'm insinuating the tear duct, it could be enough. Need a highlight again on the eye. Highlight again on the other eye. Okay, I think I'm getting closer with the expression that she's about to cry. Yeah. I need to buy this little, I don't remember the name, where we just use to rest our hands when we paint. Sometimes kind of annoying for me seeing, using my pinky, and every time I gotta clean up the mess that my pinky is doing on the face. A little bit of pink, not too much paint. Okay, another clean brush, tiny one. I'm gonna mix green with white, and let's put this as a highlight in here too. When you start adding these colors, the idea is that you see that these colors glow from the distance, because we're adding some opposite color to the color that we have here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. You see the green and the highlight on the nose. The purpose is make that highlight glow, because the nose has a lot of red, a lot of orange. And when we use the opposite color, that usually happens, we create contrast. Okay. And we could use more and more colors to add more to this effect. But if you're doing this in your painting, and if you see like from really close, you see a spot that's green, yellow, I mean, you gotta soften that. Okay, we should be able to see them when we get really close, but from a distance, we shouldn't be able to see that greenish color there. Okay, that's why when I was a student, I didn't see those colors, because I didn't know that I remember when I was copying a painting, and I saw some touches of colors that I was, for me, like it was like, hey, what's the color doing there? You know, that green, that pink. Sometimes the first time I didn't copy them. Why? Because on my painting, I tried to copy, let's say, first. And my painting, they look like stains, you know, from a distance, really pretty clear, green, to the point that anybody could say, hey, what happened to your painting? You got that green spot there. But when you see a master painting, it doesn't look like that. Everything is there, it's working together. And that's pretty tricky, and sometimes I skip on copying those colors, because I wasn't able to control how much of that color lay down. If that happens to somebody, you know, blend it. I would say blend it first. Try to knock it down as much as possible. Just use a bit of paint, not too much paint. Okay, and yes, by practicing, you know, by practice, we educate our eyes to see more and more and more. Now, at the same time, I gotta say that it's not like we have to always add these colors, you know, because adding this touch of green is more about color theory, and use color theory to create more volume. It's not about what we see on the photograph. Okay, I'll explain a little bit more about that. Color theory says, you know, if you place two opposite colors together, the same proportion, you know, the same value, you make that area vibrate a bit. One color is gonna push the other one, and vice versa, and that's gonna add more color to that area of the painting. It means if I got the lip that's reddish, yeah, but if I add a touch of green here, do it in a way that, you know, is kind of, the green is not so visible, but it's there. I want to create more color in that area. Okay, that's kind of tricky to control, but that's what color theory says. Now we see that when we paint. No, we don't see that. What we do is, no, what I do is apply what color theory says about how we can use color and use it. I mean, when I say use it, is not like using it in a way to match what we see. Using it in a way to add something more to the painting in terms of volume. Okay, in terms of making things recede and making things just pop forward, just with color. Okay. And yeah, that, I think when it's about color, it takes a little bit of practice to control that. It's like every stage on the painting. When it's about edges, it's the same. When it's about drawing, the same. You know, every stage deserves a book. The last one, obviously, is gonna be about edges, in my opinion. You know, because you can get away. Let's say get away with a beautiful painting with when you control edges, and even skipping on color, you know. But obviously the best thing is just control everything. Okay, what about expression? Is she about to cry or not? Okay. I keep squinting and I don't see some values that I want to see. I keep putting them down on the painting, but I don't see them. Kind of they fades away after I just move the brush a little bit. I'm gonna move a little bit the mandible, the chin. Okay, and I'm gonna make it a bit darker here. Now we see that's darker on the photograph. It's too reddish. I'm gonna make it more greenish. Just raw umber, a touch of orange. I'm gonna paint on top. The intention is obviously make that this chin pop. For that I gotta work here too. That's sharp edge. But I'm not getting what I want, but I gotta wait. I gotta just continue. You know what? I would love to add a sharp edge all the way down here. I want this. I'm gonna need to darken up the background a little bit, and let's see. The hair is here. The hair is all the way down to the mouth, aligned with the mouth, I think. I think this sharp edge and this sharp edge here kind of frame the face pretty good. And here obviously lost. I can make it even more lost. Like exaggerated lost. Like that. Okay. And the same here. Now here, okay, let's see, I'm not done yet. I gotta see if what I'm doing is working. I like it, okay? One thing is that I like it, one thing that is working. See the contrast there? A lot of contrast, a sharp edge, not too much contrast here. One thing that I could do is pick up black and add here, okay, because I see it's something dark. But if I don't do that, I'm gonna add more to the softness I want, because it's not about just softness on the edge. It's about less contrast because the hair is not black It's not dark. It's light here. Here is dark, more contrast. Okay, and the intention is making the face pop on this area. Okay, and the neck recede and this recede. Now I could change my mind and make it sharper up and blur here. Okay, or I can even just make it sharp all the way down to the neck and to the shoulder. Yeah, that would be a nice option too. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Okay, so thank you so much for becoming a member. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rachel Ferguson. Yeah. Okay. Now that's how you can support my channel. Anyone that wants to support my channel, you just become a member of my channel, and you got like maybe there are like 6-8 videos, recorded pin along lessons, which are kind of similar to these ones, but the difference obviously is that you can hear my patron voices and you see my patron paintings, and you're gonna see how I critique their paintings during the whole process, the longer 5 or 6 hour process. Hello, Nikki. Okay. Hello, Joylene. Artful Life. Okay. Scrolling up. Oh, Jolene is saying, I just discovered you recently. I have enjoyed your content. Our paintings styles are similar. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I love to listen to your thought process as well as your stories. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I want to check out your channel. Okay, let's see. Okay, that was me taking my eyes away from my painting. Thank you so much, Carlos Pavio. Okay, what do you all think? Okay, I think for real that the face is coming forward because of this sharp edge. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make this darker, completely darker, or just gonna keep that like that. That's the question. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. The only thing I know that I like it, what I got here. Okay. But the thing is that if that's gonna work, oh, look at this color. This is an accident. This is an accident. But let's see if this accident maybe works. Let me check out the painting. No, I don't think it's just too much. Anyway, I'm gonna use this raw umber from Winton. Yes, you see how color drives the attention. It's pretty amazing. You know, I kind of get the feeling like, hey, maybe you can add some pure color here. But no, I think that's not the time. I think the beauty is just on what I have here, kind of softness, texture, sharp edge. Yeah, I think I got enough with that. I'm just thinking about balance, sometimes it's like the painting needs something more, and then color gets into place pretty good, like glowing here and there. I'm painting here, and I'm not trying to see the face for nothing, just to rest my eyes again. Okay, I just want to see the comments. Okay, any question? Well, thank you so much, Gary Hollis. Gabino Lorenzo is saying, okay, gracias, Gabino. Okay. Let's see. Gabino was saying, it's in Spanish, saying that it doesn't matter the brushes, and when you know what you're doing, you can paint with any material. Thank you so much. Oops, was too much red. That was nice as a compliment, but I mean, the real thing is that we need nice materials. Now, the thing is that it's kind of different what a person needs from a different person, okay? But definitely I would say if you can afford nice, expensive brushes and oil paints, go for it. Yeah, but I gotta say at the same time that we're able to get really nice paintings with even the cheaper materials. But I'm not saying that's gonna be easy, okay? Sometimes cheaper materials are difficult to handle. Okay, but another thing that happens with cheaper materials that maybe we're gonna end up with a painting that's gonna look pretty good, but we don't know what's gonna happen over the years. Somebody cares about their paintings, yeah. But speaking about my paintings, I have painted with Winton, that student grade paintings for a lot of time. I'm painting with Rembrandt lately. Okay, on the final result, I gotta say that I don't see a difference. I wouldn't know, okay, if I have used on this painting Rembrandt or any brand for a different brand, okay. Now, where I can notice that, I can notice on some colors, okay. For example, the cadmium red or cadmium orange is so bright, okay, and on a expensive brand, that you could notice the difference. The thing is that a lot of times we don't use a pure color unless you're painting something red, like a red dress. But usually on a face, on a portrait, we knock down all the colors. And now we're not able to see the power of a color, of a pigment. We knock down all of them. Okay, that's the tricky thing about knowing what material was used, if it was expensive, if it was a good pigment or not. Speaking about portraits, yeah, if we paint, if somebody paints a still life, and you paint an orange, and you're gonna see the difference between the orange from Rembrandt from the orange from Winton. And you're gonna see that maybe in a little portion of the painting, because it's not because we paint an orange that we usually add pure orange. No, usually when we paint something that has pure color, the pure color is in a smaller portion. Yeah. Okay, now I'm thinking about, this edge here. It's kind of, my eyes go there. This is pretty good, but I'm thinking about knocking down. I see that, we'll see that. Maybe I need to knock it down a little bit. Keep it sharp, but not that sharp. Okay, let's see. That could be enough. What about the hair? I don't know how is hair. Because of the hair that I see here, maybe she has hair like that. Okay, let's add a bit more of color to the face, especially lights, maybe some shadows. Okay, a little bit of light blue. Oops, that's too much. A little bit of orange. We got something greenish. Let's see, I gotta move the mandible a little bit up, or just make it softer. Another thing that I'm not painting is this shadow here. The shadow here on the neck, it looks really dark, almost black. What I got in my mind is like, if I paint this as dark as the photograph, it's gonna become a focal point. That darker shadow, that's gonna put me in a position to darken up the hair. more to be able to manage, you know, the contrast that is created here. I gotta be able to just get a shadow but not get all the attention here. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix a little bit of blue, red, and a little white. I clean the brush, a lot of white. Okay. Okay, squinting, squinting. Oh, now that I'm squinting, I see that I don't have the shadow here. Here's darker. Yeah, here's darker. A little bit of green, a touch drop of green, some green here too, next to this pinky color. Just being sure that the value is good. Well, what I mean is the value is it belongs to this to the colors here. Okay, a little bit of orange here to add some accent to, you know, when you mix this cadmium orange or you mix yellow with white, that's gonna glow more than just adding pure white. Pure white is the lighter color that we have, the lighter value, but if we want to make that glow, a touch of yellow. No, and here comes the thing about contrast. A touch of yellow, but it depends now on the surface. If you're painting, you know, some, let's say, green object, you know, a highlight, a pink highlight, it's gonna glow because everything is greenish and red is the opposite color. Look for the opposite color in the color wheel and change the value. Change the value means make that lighter, make it that darker, and experiment with that. You're gonna see nice contrast, nice effects, different things. If you know, and I would say try to do some charts. I think that's the word. When you do things like this, like a value scale, but moving from this side, you place yellow, and here you place blue. Move all the way down, and you place orange and blue. Okay, and create at the same time different values because that's between color. There are so many exercises that I would love to share, and but you know nowadays everything is out there. Is like there's a lot of things that we can learn just by watching, you know, the videos. Okay, here the nose. I'm thinking about if I should darken up. I see like it's not pretty clear, the nostril here on the nose, and that's because of the painting is shining. I soften here, and I'm thinking about the edge here. I can keep it sharp. A touch of pure red here. Okay, that's too light. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. I wanna get the shadow that I see here, but I wanna keep the transparency on that area. You know, a color, it looks more transparent when this has more saturation. That's why there is a rule, keep the shadows transparent and the lights opaque. Sometimes it's just so difficult to apply all the rules on a painting. Okay. What else? What else? What else? I think the likeness is good enough. What do you think? Or I should do more? Maybe a bit more, yeah? Let's see the comments. Okay. Oh, Dita. Okay, Dita. Good night. Nikki saying she appears to really be staring into an index cord distance. Look, that's something we can see. Okay. Uh, oh, Mark Air saying, does she need an ear? Oh, yeah, maybe, but we're not gonna paint an ear. Sorry. Hello, Bill Brown. Okay. Okay. Hello, Fred. Okay. What else? What else? Yeah, I want to stop in a in a point that I see some details, but not a lot of details to make the paint stiff. Okay, I have softer edges and sharp edges enough to create contrast. Okay. And I'm ignoring a lot of information, like for example, a tear duct. Here, this tear duct, I can add a little bit of light here, the tear duct. I'm doing that on purpose because I don't want a lot of information on the eye. I just want to see the eye soft, kind of blurry. Enough to know that the eye is there, but without all the detail to represent the tear duct and maybe more things that we see there on the photograph. A little bit of a highlight here to complete the effect that she's about to cry. Here too, I need to add more of this highlight here, really a touch. And here too, I think. Now she's about to cry. Not yet. What do you think? Is she about to cry or not? We need more. I'm adding some touches. I got this brush stroke. I got a little bit of orange, a light orange, and a light blue, kind of mixed together there. A little bit of purple, kind of violet. I got some kind of violet here. Okay. Don't forget, please, to press the like button. Just about to wrap it up. I like it. I think what I have is enough. Okay. Oh no, some touches for the hair. Don't forget to press the like button, and you can join, remember, free for a week on my Patreon. There is an option on Patreon that says join for free. Okay, when you press that, it's kind of you follow me on Patreon, but that's not the access to the tiers. You gotta look for each tier, and there it says join a free trial for a week. That's the option. I'm saying that because some people say they got into Patreon, they joined as a free member, and they say, "Hey, I didn't get access to anything." Yeah, it's because you gotta join in each tier. No, each. Yeah, I think you join one tier and then you get access to the other one, but not join just as a free member, because that's kind of following. Yeah, that's something that Patreon needs to fix, I think, because it makes things kind of confusing. Okay. I think that, okay, one more thing. Let's see. I think that's enough. Yeah. Obviously, it's so difficult to stop, to know when to stop and to stop. Okay. uh, she's going to make me cry. Nikki saying maybe she looks sad because, like Van Gogh, she misses her ear. It's pretty funny. Enrique saying el labio superior es más estirado, or the upper lip is a little bit bigger, or kind of I gotta stretch it. I think you're right. Gracias, Enrique. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Next time I'm gonna pick up an image with an ear. I should maybe do something like that, like the hair is just there, and that's why we don't see an ear. It's moving there. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, you all, for being here. Okay. And see you all next time, next week. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, you all, for the coffees. I got 3 coffees today. I got enough caffeine for the week, for the month, I think. Okay. And yeah, that's it. Take care, everybody. See you all next week. My God, I always see something when I'm about to go. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Nikki. Okay, that was for art supplies, just not coffee. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye.